The first station. Jesus is condemned to death. Look at the man in purple. He is Pilate. He is a Roman judge. The angry people standing around have told lies about Jesus, and they want Pilate to kill him. Pilate knows Jesus is a good man. He knows he should not be killed. But Pilate is afraid. He wants the angry people to like him, to be his friends, or he might lose his job. So he tells them, "Go ahead and kill Jesus."
The second station. Jesus takes his cross. Look at the quiet way Jesus does what they tell him. Doesn't he fight with the men who push the heavy wooden cross on him? He doesn't hate them or say rough words to them. If they had known he was dying for them and for all of us, they would have acted differently. So Jesus forgives them. He thinks of only how he loves them and us. Then he takes up the cross, and in his heart he asked his heavenly Father to help him carry it bravely.
The third station. Jesus falls the first time. Look at how Jesus is walking along. The cross is crushing his shoulder, and the sharp stones in the road cut his bare feet. All around him, people are shouting and pushing, and the Roman soldiers who have been ordered to crucify him want him to hurry. Jesus tries as hard as he can to move faster, but he stumbles and falls.
The fourth station, Jesus meets his mother. Look at that beautiful lady reaching out to Jesus from the crowd. She is his mother, Mary. She comes close to, she puts her arms around Jesus' face, and her face is full of tears. Tears are on Jesus' cheeks too. You can tell how much they love each other, but Mary is not allowed to stay close to Jesus to say kind and loving words to him. They make her go away.
The fifth station, Simon helps Jesus carry his cross. Look at that man helping Jesus carry the cross. His name is Simon. He was on his way home from work when he was stopped and told to help carry Jesus' cross. At first, Simon did not like to do it because he did not know Jesus. But later, when he found out who Jesus was, he was proud that he had helped carry the cross.
The sixth station, Veronica wipes Jesus' face. Look at that woman kneeling before Jesus. We call her Veronica. She has pushed her way through the crowd to get to Jesus. That was a brave thing to do with all those rough people around to scare her. But she doesn't think of them. She thinks only of how she wants to give Jesus a handkerchief to wipe his face. When Jesus gives it back, there is a picture of his face on Veronica's handkerchief. It was Jesus' way of thanking her.
The seventh station. Jesus falls the second time. Look at how hard it is for Jesus to walk. He feels weak and shaky. He has had no breakfast, and he hurts all over. But the soldiers won't let him stop and rest. They keep poking at him to walk faster. He tries, but again he falls down in the dirty street, and the heavy wooden cross falls on top of him. The eighth station. Jesus meets the weeping women. Look at the women of Jerusalem who are standing at the corner of the street where Jesus is passing. They feel sorry for him and say loving words to him. Jesus tells them that he will feel better if he knows that for the love of him they will always be kind and gentle toward everyone, and if they will teach their children to do the same. They are good women. They will do that for Jesus.
The ninth station. Jesus falls the third time. Look at Jesus now. He is walking slower and slower. The soldiers wish he would hurry. They are afraid all the excited people watching Jesus and yelling at him may cause a riot. Jesus is packed in so close he can hardly breathe. He takes several more steps and then falls down in the dirty street for the third time.
The 10th station. Jesus' clothes are taken away. Look at Jesus. He is outside the city of Jerusalem now and is standing on a hill called Calvary. The soldiers are going to crucify him here. One of them is pulling off Jesus' clothes. The clothes are sticking to Jesus' sore back. It hurts when they are pulled off, just as it hurts when somebody pulls a Band-Aid off your sore knee.
The 11th station. Jesus is nailed to the cross. Look at Jesus. He has been laid flat down on the cross. One soldier takes spikes and hammers through Jesus' hands. After Jesus' feet are also nailed, the soldiers fix the cross into a hole so it will stand straight. Everybody stands around and looks at Jesus. The good people feel unhappy because they love Jesus. The people who don't love him are unhappy too because they've done something bad. It is a sad, sad day, that first Good Friday.
The 12th station. Jesus dies on the cross. Look at Jesus hanging on the cross. He has been there for 3 hours. He hurts all over. He is still thirsty, but no one brings him any water. Jesus does not complain. He prays to his heavenly Father and tells him that he has finished what had to be done. Jesus says, "It is finished." He bows his head and dies. A soldier runs a spear into Jesus' side. Blood and water come out, a sign that Jesus gave everything.
The 13th station. Jesus is taken from the cross. Look at Jesus after his body has been taken down from the cross, and the blood and dirt washed away. The sharp thorns have been taken off too. Now he is lying on his mother's lap. She holds him lovingly. She keeps saying his name over and over. How she loves him. Her heart is broken, but she does not cry or give up. She remembers about waiting 3 days.
The 14th station. Jesus is put into the tomb. Look at how Jesus' friends have put clean clothes on his body and sprinkled him with a sweet-smelling perfume. Now they are putting his body into a tomb. The tomb is a small cave-like room cut out of a big rock. After they lay him inside, they leave the tomb and roll a giant stone in front of the doorway. It is so large that it takes several big men to roll it into place. Then they all go home.
Jesus rises from the dead. It is Easter morning. People who come to visit Jesus' tomb find no body. They worry at first, but then they remember, this is the third day. Later, some see Jesus walking around alive. Everybody who knew and followed him is full of joy. Jesus is risen. Jesus is alive. You think that you are there, and you too are very, very happy. Thank you for coming. Please leave the church in silence.